All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to one of the best games I have watched in recent history. Dudes, this game is amazing. I cannot tell you enough. I did not see the start of this game, but I saw the last bit of it, and holy crap, I was watching it first-person view on Nina's stream up here. I almost lost my mind. I was squealing. I almost fell out of my chair. Just believe me, you guys are in for something special. This here is an EPT Cup game. They were tied 1-1 in this series, but since we haven't seen the rest of the series, let's ignore that. Essentially, this was the deciding match of a best of 3 in an EPT North American Weekly Cup. Down here in the bottom left, hailing from the Ukraine, one of the cheekiest guys out there. We love him because he's such a fancy strategist. It's Bly. And he's going for a 12-pool rush opening, and he's sending a very early drone across the map. So he's already got some cheeky shenanigans planned, dodging the probe so it doesn't see him, potentially going for an offensive hatchery. In the top right, in the yellow, representing Exxon, it's Neens, aka Nina. Now, Nina, a fantastic micro player, definitely plays unique strategies, but isn't really cheesy. She's started doing more cannon rushes and all sorts of things lately, but it's actually Bly, on the other hand, who's like the guy who will straight up just do crazy shit. Speaking of which, he says, oh, I'm sorry, did you want to wall off there? No. She immediately, though, has scouted the 12 pool plus the hatchery. Oh, she shouldn't lose that probe. Oh, Nina, bit of a mistake. Ideally, you hang around here for a bit, and that lures the Zerglings back because they need to free that probe up to make sure they get rid of the scouting and clear the expansion location. But Nina here with the perfect response. Forge and get a few cannons down, and she's going to try and get some zealots out. Now, that zealot, she needs to pop it on the inside of the wall. Notice she changed the rally point and queued it so that she could pop out there. Otherwise, she'd be stuck on the outside of the wall. But she's having to put a lot of extra structures down. A cannon does start here. Now, if you want to be really safe, you build a second cannon, but as long as she gets one cannon up, she should be totally fine. Behind this, she is continuing to probe up. She's just got 2 workers on the gas, 18 on the minerals for now, so she's very mineral focused, of course. Realizing that gateway will probably go down, she's going to have to re-expand behind this. But notice that Bly, he realizes that she's committed enough to defend this. She's playing super safe. She builds another gateway to plug that hole, moves the Zealot over to plug that one. And as the cannon finishes, the hatchery gets cancelled. Bly has built another hatchery. He's droning up behind us. He knows he's not going to get any more done here. As I say that, though, he realizes she cancels the buildings. He says, hey, let's get in there. Oh, no! She pulls the probe back. She lets the Zerglings in the main. Oh, my God. He realized she defended it. He cancelled the rush, but then she cancelled her gateways. And because of that, he does get some Zerglings in. Will he get a lot of value out of it? Probably not too much, but if he can at least just keep these alive running circles in the main, he can definitely cause a bit of a disruption. Nonetheless, though, a great hold from Nina. Dropping the foot. Once you realize that your opponent has not only gone 12 pool, but all the rest of their minerals are building a hatchery in your base, your opponent, number 1, doesn't have gas. Number 2, they've only got 14 drones. Number 3, they're trying to kill you, and they've got a really bad follow-up. So Nina now has her Nexus on the way, and she's up a lot of workers. 7 workers. The only thing going for Bly is these Zerglings are keeping her busy. And he does have a 3rd hatch on the way. So if he can keep her busy for long enough, he will be able to recover, catch up in the workers while her Nexus is still not finished. Zerglings here finally going to get caught now that the Stalker's there. Good micro by Nina. But you know what? She lost a fair bit of mining time throughout all this. And whilst it is finally over... Ooh, he realizes they're on a timer, so he goes for one more probe. Good micro by Nina. As always, she is known as one of the best micro players for a damned good reason. Now, there's Stargate on the way down here for Nina, so that's going to allow her to clear the Overlords. She does like the Void Ray into a couple of Oracles play. We don't really see Nina mass Void Ray. She's a ground player through and through. She's not really a big Skytoss player. Sometimes she'll go there, but only if the game goes long enough. Really, Nina is just the queen of Blink Stalkers. She's the queen of Disruptors. She's really good with charge lot run bys, Storm micro. Like, give her a ground army, she'll do incredible things with it. And straight into Oracle, it is going to be. Now, what I really like about Bly's follow-up as we take stock, look, he's tied up the work account. He's got 3 bases. He's got no Zergling speed, so he can't really handle a couple of Adepts right now. He would really struggle. He'd have to build a lot of Zerglings, but look at how light he's been on the defense. Only now is he popping out a few Zerglings. His Ling speed's only just starting at 4 minutes 30, so he's been as greedy as he possibly could in the follow-up to this, just to make sure that he could catch back up in that work. As a lot of people, I think, rush their Ling speed out in this scenario. And it's always going to be delayed anyway. There's always going to be a window where you can get pressured by Adepts. So I'm a big fan of the way Bly's done. It's like, hey, why not just commit to it this way? Now that Adept's going to cause problems. Bly a little slow to react with the Zerglings, but oh, beautiful. As the drones are about to die, one turns into a Spore just before the second shot kills it, and the other one runs away. Now an Oracle does come in, and that Queen takes big damage. Those drones are in the open. They got to get over there. Oh, that's a lot of damage with the Oracle. Oh, Nina got to pull out though. The 4 Queens moving over towards that third base. The Oracle's going to fall off to the right side. Adept coming down. Oh, Nina a little sloppy with this control, taking a lot of damage. She's just going to pull on back with that now, as it looks like Bly has contained things and maintained control over his side of the map. 2 Oracles into a Void Ray. 3rd and 4th gateway going down here. Or actually 2nd and 3rd gateway, as well as the Robo in the back. And you're going to see Nina try to move out and secure that 3rd base. Very important here that you don't let Bly get too far ahead on the workers. The Adept's going to come forward. Quite a few Zerglings coming in. Link speed as well. Her Adept getting lured out by that single Zergling. And the Adept, oh, nice micro by Nina. Look at that. Pulls back to the choke point, says, nah. And look at that. As they try to flank around the minerals, she repositions. Dude, Nina's micro is just insane. At the same time, the Oracles dive in. They kill 2 drones and a Queen. And she's even going to grab 1 more. Oh, she does get 2 more, but she's going to pay a price for that. That Oracle almost dead. Both of them deep in the red hit points. And, okay, I mean, you're going to lose an Adept there. But whenever you've got the Void Ray overhead, I feel like even Zerglings surrounding Adepts is just not that efficient. The Void Ray is going to make you pay attacks every time. It's only a matter of time until Nina gets that 3rd down, but she needs to get it down. Oh, she loses that. Dude, she's got over 1,000 minerals. Bly is being so annoying. He's such a sneaky shitbag. I cannot believe he got another snipe on that probe. Nina's like, dude, let me spend my friggin' minerals, you dick. I mean, she's damaging Bly's economy. If she had a Nexus building this whole time, I'd be like, Nina is in such a good position. But just that little bit of annoyance with the micro does slow Nina down. She's forced to spend her minerals on other things. She's going to build a lot of gateways. But remember, with the Forge not finished, the Twilight Council not finished, she doesn't have things like Charge or Blink or +1 to really enable her to really do a big push with this minerals. I'd like her to move out and pressure a little bit. But for now, we see that worker count grow. And Bly is up on 3 full bases. He's got melee upgrades on the way. His Roach Warren, which he super delayed because he knew he could be greedy using those Zerglings for map control, is going to get to that next step. 4th base going down up here as well. And he's going to just get a few lings out for map control. Scout with the Overseer, sees what's going on. He says, oh yeah, this looks all normal. The only real next piece of scouting that's important for Bly is once she starts warping in Stalkers, he's going to need to spot that, because this doesn't really tell him anything just yet about what path she's going, but he's going to need to realize that she is indeed playing a Blink style, and that usually is going to pair up with more sentries than normal, which means you need a few more Ravagers to break those with those force fields, and then you're going to also need something to deal with the Colossus and the Disruptors that come out. And Nina is incredibly good at microing those Disruptor shots, so anytime your Ravager Bane clumps up, it can cause you big problems as the Zerg. Those Zerglings looking for probe pickoffs, but they got to get out of there. Now, Nina has 2 Phoenix. So why am I laughing? If you guys aren't a super experienced StarCraft player, you might not realize what's the problem with 2 Phoenix. It's random as all hell, and it speaks to the fear that Bly inspires in Nina and Protoss players in general. Why would you have 2 Phoenix? It's because you know your opponent is a crazy person who likes to try and sneak Mutalisks out. Without even seeing the Spire on the way, Nina is preemptively building a handful of Phoenix to counter the Mutas because she's so worried about him swapping into a big group of Mutas and flying in and causing her trouble. But she's also worried about him coming in on the ground. So she's built a 2nd Void Ray as well. So the thing is, Nina here is building all these different pieces of safety. Void Rays will defend against a Ravager Bane attack. Phoenix will defend against a Mutaswap. The problem Nina's having is that she's trying to counter things that she doesn't know if they're coming or not just yet. And because of that, she's kind of diversifying into a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And as much as that gives you a bit of preparation, it is a little bit harder to do a push. Phoenix aren't really going to help you in an attack. Void Rays aren't really going to help you in an attack. And this is slowing down her army growing to that next step and making it a little harder for her. Oh, Bly looking for a big surround. This is a crazy attack. I cannot believe he's going in here. Honestly, her army, I think, is just better than his, as long as she doesn't miss too many force fields. But he's like, yeah, let's jump on that. Let's go. Hoping to catch her off guard. And does end up losing a lot of Ravagers on that ramp, as well as a lot of Zerglings. Doesn't really kill too much. Looking at the units lost tab, you can see it's definitely in Nina's favor. She picks up a Ravager or 2 with those Phoenix. They make it really costly to retreat, those Phoenix. The Stalker's blinking down. I think an opportunistic dive for Bly turns out way in Nina's favor. She burns all of her energy, but that will recover over time. And now, a free pass to taking a 4th base. Nina going to be really happy with how that turned out. Robo-Bay's on the way in the main. 4th Nexus, swapping into charge. +2 melee now starts. Bane speed is almost ready. And a Hive on the way for Bly. Now, if Bly can ever clear that Immortal count, Ultras are amazing versus this sort of army. Even just 3 Immortals is not that many. Broodlords can be very powerful. But Nina is one of the best at blinking forward, killing a few Broodlords, and then disengaging. And anytime the Broodlords get exposed, she'll jump on that. Oh my god. Okay, Nina a little bit far on the Zerg side of the map. Bane speed might not be ready, so it's a bit of an awkward Zerg army, but it's also a very exposed Nina. I think Bly needs to disengage, though. If he had another 30-40 Zerglings to kind of wrap around, that definitely could have gone his way. But with the air units punishing the chase, the fact that he didn't have a lot of kind of consistent damage output, definitely a problematic situation. Void Ray's down here. Oh my god, they're fighting Overlords. That Void Ray has 18 kills, by the way. Yes, it's mostly Zerglings, but look at the units lost time. She's been so efficient. She's lost 18 units. Bly has lost 139. He has been in her face start to finish. The thing is, she's taking so many overly safe precautions, and he keeps getting a big worker advantage because he's just building his economy like mad. The thing is, I think he's going to need a little bit more finesse to knock her down. He can't throw too many units away. She will eventually get a huge army, and she's now building Colossus 2 at a time, which are going to be really good versus the Zerglings. Not bad against the Banelings either. Oh, he biles down a Void Ray there. But he's losing his Overseer, and those air units are just causing him problems right now. Zerglings pop out of the stasis and immediately run into another stasis trap. Oh my god, she's adding plasma shields? What the hell? +1 attack into plasma shields. I think she accidentally queued that up, to be honest. Banelings rolling into the mineral line. Another stasis trap protecting there. But it's not over yet. I mean, she's got 2 cannons, 3 cannons on this third. That's a lot of Banelings. I don't think that's enough to stop that. She's focused on trapping the Zerglings. Bly says, okay, I'll take advantage of this distraction. Baneling's going to roll on into that mineral line. The probes are trying to get out of there, but that's a lot of Banelings. +2 melee kicks in as well, which means only 1 Baneling required to kill these probes. And oh my god, that's a lot of damage. 23 workers. Oh, the Banelings popped out of the stasis and killed even more probes on this mineral line at the exact same moment. Nina just looked like she was getting into an amazing position. And even though the units lost up, I mean, trade for trade, that was obviously better cost efficiency. 23 probes for like 20 Banelings. That costs a lot more for Bly, but her mining is now way behind. And it's been behind for a long time in this game. Bly suddenly looks like a very rich Zerg. He's just got so much Ling Bane on the way. He's morphing Broodlords as well. 7 Broodlords on the way. She doesn't have a very efficient counter to that. Stalkers can do the job, but it's going to be a little awkward to make that work. It's all going to come down to the micro and how she engineers the engagement. Another stasis trap. She's just non-stop with these. Just those 2 oracles that she kept alive since the start of the game. But oh man, those Zerglings are actually doing a lot in that mineral line. 1 cannon goes down, as well as 6 more probes. Stalker Colossus push on the right side of the map. I think with Broodlords there, he should be able to defend quite easily. What's he got underneath it? 50 Zerglings, a bunch of Roaches and Ravagers. Not many Banelings here. I kind of feel you'd like to have some Banelings. Yeah, he's morphing them now. They're not quite ready. He's realizing how dangerous this scenario is. He has to throw some zoning corrosive vials to make her back off. Once the Banelings are ready, I think he'll be in a better spot. His Zergling run by is not doing well. Battery overcharge is like, that cannon is never going to die, dude. And Nina going to take advantage to push in, but she's cornered herself. Oh, Nina, this is really dangerous. Oh, but the Broodlords go too far forward. He loses 1, he loses 2. Nina sniping 2 of those off, but at the same time, she's now cornered. She's going to have to recall out. She cannot stay here. Yeah, she does a recall. A few Stalkers get left behind. Ooh, I think all of her Colossus survived, though. 1, 2, 3 Colossus all survive. They're not particularly healthy, but they are up. And she now swaps into Psystorm. She says, okay, those Corruptors are going to cause problems for my Colossus. The number of just units underneath the Colossus are busy attacking the Broodlings the whole time. So I need Psystorm so I can blanket the Ravagers, the Banelings, everything. And just, if you have enough Psystorm, Colossus, Archons, and you just cleanse the ground army, it makes it much easier for your Stalkers to then blink in, kill the Broodlords. Broodlords on their own get killed by Stalkers. The problem is, of course, that the Broodlords have such long range often they can pick away at you from afar. And if you blink in and the Ravagers and Banes, they can just annihilate the Stalkers. But there, notice they can't really get surrounded there. They come forward, they get one Broodlord, and they quickly disengage. Nina is the best in the business at this. I have seen her for 20 minutes straight defeat Broodlords with Stalkers. And in this case, Phoenix come forward, but there is a good Corruptor count. Transfuses landing. One Broodlord falls, but all the Phoenix go down there as well. At the same time, though, a Prism finds its way into Nina's main. This game is heating up right now. Zerglings only now in production. These Zealots going ham on this base. But look at this micro from Bly. Those Queens underneath just dropping Band-Aids whenever they're needed on these Broodlords. The Corruptor count is potentially a little too high. But what do we got underneath? A bunch of Ravagers, Roaches, Banelings. Oh, the Spawning Pool's going to go down. Nice focus fire by Nina. The Zealots finally do fall. Ooh, she tries to come down and zone back this army. But remember, those Broodlords with their superior range, anytime you're just fighting at arm's length, you can use the superior reach of the Broodlords to just trade super well. You can already see that unit's loss gap is closing. It was so bad for Bly earlier in this game. It's getting a little better as time goes on. But ooh, Queen's in the open. There go the Transfusers. And you know what? Oh, she doesn't have that many Stalkers. She lands some good Psystorms, but a bunch of High Templar go down. I think she's realizing at this point, especially with more Broodlords morphing behind there, that's going to be 13 Broodlords. That's just too hard for her. I think she's going to have to base trade. I think she has to go across the map and counterattack here. At a certain point of Broodlords, like 15, 16, if you're just fighting it with Stalkers, especially if these Ravagers and Banelings are kind of supporting, it just becomes so hard to take an engagement, and she doesn't have any Tempests. She's got a Fleet Beacon, so she starts 2 Tempests now, but I think there's a point in time where you've just got to give this base up, surely. Oh, the Stalkers go forward one more time. She does get one Broodlord, only loses a Stalker for it, but probes are dying at the same moment. Oracles come in and start attacking a hatchery on the left side of the map. Her Prism did get sniped by a few Corruptors, so great handling there. Oh, okay, lots of Storms landing on the Ravagers. The Broodlords all get touched up as well. The Prism just died down here. The Great Spire does survive. The Zealots unable to do anything there. Nina's still fighting for this base. I think she's got to give it up and expand to the left, but Nina's ability to just keep fighting any extended micro scenario, even when it feels it favors the Zerg, I feel like she just hangs on better than other Protoss players in them. Her ability to just micro for 10 minutes straight and through just raw grit, determination, and micro doggedness, she does often come out on top. But the Tempests are now here. They can pick away at these units from afar, and there's not many Corruptors left. How many Corruptors are there? There's 6 on the map. Corruptors smash Tempests in a direct fight, but they're very short-ranged in comparison. Now, a big Zergling run by comes in. Lots of workers starting to go down. These units are moving up, but those Zerglings going ham on the mineral line. On the right, the Broodlords are starting to cleanse that mineral line. Tempests are doing what they can, but oh no, Nina, she's left a few Zerglings up there. She's already lost 17 probes in the last 30 seconds. Things are getting bad. Biles are landing even on top of her air units. She finally loses this Nexus. She's got to give up this ground. She wants to make Bly pay attacks for it, though. She really wants to just pick off those Broodlords with the Tempest from afar. She wants to try to find that right engagement. But Bly, notice his ground units. He's just got to keep them behind the Broodlords and only engage when Nina actually tries to get on top. But oh, as I say it, Zerglings in the main and natural. Dude, lots of probes going down. The natural especially. Okay, the batteries, the cannons are doing a good job there. Zealot warps in. Is it going to overpower? It needs to beat those Zerglings. Remember, this is Adrenal +2 melee Zerglings here. 2-1 upgrades in terms of +2 attack, +1 plasma shields for Nina. At this point, she's like, okay, let's just go across the map right now. You just threw away all your Zerglings. Your Broodlords are kind of out of position. Let's go counter a base. Broodlords are really, really slow. They can't get back there. And she might even be able to intercept them. Oh, Broodlords in the open. Bly! Unsupported Broodlords in the open. And she says, finally, the Stalkers find that fragile Brood Stalker belly. Oh my god, the Broodlords just get annihilated. But the Corruptors are coming forward and smashing the Tempest and the Colossus at the same time. Those force fields on the ramp on the bottom left did zone out the Ravagers from supporting, but all the Broodlords go down, and even though Bly was smashing through for so long, he's put her economy back to the Stone Age. She's got this one army. She's got a ton of Psystorm. She's got one Daddy Longlegs Colossus. Is an absolute veteran. That's a 101 kill Colossus. It's over 100 kills. How often do you see triple-digit kills on a unit in StarCraft? Almost never. Yes, a lot of them are broodlings, but still, that's insane. There's one Tempest, a bunch of Zealots. This is such a small army. Oh, she catches the next round of Broodlords. Bly! He morphs them on the map. I think he was expecting her to move south, not to the left. Oh no, all those valuable Broodlords just get smashed. And you see how weak Broodlords look when they don't have support. If they're out on their own and Stalkers get on top, they just don't do that well. Banelings are going after the High Templar. I mean, oh, that's a really bad trade for Bly as well. Bly just threw away way too much money on those Broodlords, those Banelings. He does kill the Colossus, the Tempests, the Prism. But I mean, what's he got now? He's building a handful of Zerglings. I cannot believe Nina has actually done it, but there's just no mineral mining. Bly has no mineral mining right now. What's he got? Okay, he's just transferred workers. He's got one full base down there, but he literally has no minerals anywhere else. He has one patch with 200 minerals that's not even being mined. His Corruptors, though, oh, he says, you know what? It's time to unzip my fly and piss on your fucking Bastion of Hope, you piece of crap Protoss player. He does a big P, and he's got a big Zergling run by. Remember, those are Adrenal Zerglings. Those who don't know, Adrenal Zerglings, that shit adds like, I think it's 40% attack speed. It basically is a permanent stim pack on your Zerglings. It is insane. Oh, his last mineral base, though, gets found. And with that going down, I mean, yes, he gets her third. Okay, so she's got almost nothing mining as well. So they've both got almost nothing mining. Cannon and battery should be able to defend that. Just because there's no surface area on that cannon, he's going to try and surround it. But as long as battery overcharge goes down, I think she's going to be okay. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. She's got a recall. She recalls a bunch of units there, realizing she can't lose her last couple of workers. The Zerglings, though, do sneak out. She snipes the third hatch at the same time. Those drones running across them. Oh, careful, careful. Bly. I think he just ran them. No, Bly! He was running them away. And then he's like, oh shit, no. Get it back. So both players are basically completely broke right now. We've got a bunch of Zerglings and Corruptors, 6 Roaches and 2 Infestors, 3 Okay, he's got gas banks, so Bly is like, yeah, let's build some Infestors. He's looking pretty dead, though. To be honest, Nina has an actual army here. She's broken out of her base to free her Archons. What's she going to send back? An Archon? So 1 Archon plus a shield battery is going to try and defend her base. Oh, Bly's coming in. She's only got 2 Nexi left. She's going to try and build 1 more shield battery. That Archon should be able to... Oh, are they just going to tank it? I think Bly might just be like, yeah, it's worth it. Oh, he tries to pull back that 1 Corruptor. Oh, he's just going to Vicro them back. He realizes they can regenerate if he gives them enough time. He does kill the Nexus. She's down to 1 base. If he gets rid of that, she can't mine anything left. Right now, she's got 8 probes that are going to be forced to long-distance mine. She walls her base off so that Zerglings can't run in. And she's just checking that Bly doesn't have mining. So she's running around checking all these expansions. And she's kind of going, oh, okay, Observer comes in there. You don't have anything over there. You got a bit of creep over here. All right, as long as I leave something at home to defend your Corruptors, like, you just don't have mining. Okay, I've got Psystorm, Archon, Immortal Stalkers. Like, how are you going to possibly beat this? And Bly's answer is like, actually, I have 2 mineral patches I forgot about in my main. I've got 700 minerals I can mine in the main. So that's fine. I'll just make a ton of Infestors. And which can't do anything. He doesn't even have Neuroparasite. What can he do? He's just going to Fungal plus Bile on the ramp. His army is so much weaker than Nina. If she pushes up there, I think she might even be able to just smash. She might be able to just like literally headbutt her way up that ramp. Just because like, yes, they look like big scary units, but they are Ravagers. They're essentially a Roach. They don't do that much. Takes a Storm. Even with Fungal Bile combo on the ramp, I think she could walk up that ramp and win. But as a Protoss, I mean, in this scenario, do you really want to go up a tiny choke point and throw the game? Of course not. Oh, dude. She just sniped the Infestation Pit. So now he can't even make Neural Parasite. So he's just like, well, maybe since she doesn't have mining either, if I defend this ramp, maybe I can force a draw. Little does he know she is long distance mining with 2 probes. Get wrecked. She's going to bring 3 more probes back as well. So Nina here with infinitely more economy, mining. Wait. Well, once these minerals run out anyway. So he's got a few hundred more minerals and then infinitely more economy for Nina as long as she stops him long distance mining. So the Corruptors are coming in. Oh, the Archon can't get through these choke points. She knows the Archon's not going to get there in time, so she panic recalls. She wants to save her last Nexus. She realizes if she loses that, she's in trouble. So she's going to need to leave some Stalkers. She actually... Oh, that's really big. She gets it down to just 2 Corruptors. As long as she leaves like 1 Stalker at home, I think she can bring the Archon across the map, join up, and as long as she stops him long distance mining, she'll be good. Creep tumors are still spreading, by the way. Bly's like, what can I actually do with my APM? Spread some creep, I guess. He's rebuilding his Infestation Pit. Does he have Burrow? He doesn't even have Burrow. So he's going to try to make this work with Neural Parasite. Her army's just so much better, though. Look, she's got this base here. She's having to go so far back and forwards to mine. But once again, let's bring up that income tab. He's mining a lot more right now, but he's about to run out. There's 100 minerals left on those patches. And then that's out. He'll have to try to long distance mine from here. And maybe that patch there as well. Oh, another corruptor died. Got blunked on. There's only one corruptor left now. Okay, so she's going to leave one stalker. She's going to bring everything else across the map. She's going to clear up the creep. But look at this. Bly's like, hey, she's on the map. Quick, get some more minerals, boy. Yeah, he just mined his last minerals in the main base. He's going to try and long distance mine here. Oh, she leaves one creep tumor. No. She's going to get rid of that. So that totally knocks his vision back into the Stone Age. She's going to try and make banelings. I don't know if I agree with... I think he just realizes that the Zealots are such a problem in the High Templar. He's like, he just needs something to, like, hopefully hit those units. Maybe he can fungal the High Templar. Nina's going to come and she's going to try and take this down. Neuroparasite's nowhere near done. He needs to abandon this situation for sure. Banelings take out a few Zealots. Oh, bile fungal. But the fungal does not... the fungal lands on 1 or 2 units, but the bile does not. Cute little fungals. This is a lot of infestor energy, but if he can kill, he gets a few High Templar. Oh, there's only 2 High Templar left right now. He's really using fungal very well from out of range, and he gets another 2 High Templar. He gets him. He gets rid of all her High Templar. Oh my god, Nina just lost all her spellcasters. I think she could have blinked on that and fought her way through, but because she didn't do that, she wasn't threatening with her other units. He was able to pick away from afar. Bly says, "I'm almost out of infestor energy. Get that back. Get the hell back to the high ground, dude." Oh, he's only got 1 drone. He's got enough money to build 2 more drones if he wants. He's got Burrow and Neuroparasite on the way. He's trying to pick away. He's trying to bait her into that main. The Corruptor comes in and pees. She F2'd her Stalker across the map. That Corruptor pissing on her Nexus says, "Hey, I've been drinking Mountain Dew for days. I've been in a LAN party. Man, dude, we were raiding WoW. I forgot to bring my piss bottle." She has to send 2 Stalkers back, and he does damage the Nexus a fair little bit. Okay, so 3 Archons. 2 Immortals. By the way, that's a 69 kill Immortal. That's a 68 kill Immortal. Archon 29 kills, 30 kills, and 39 kills. The Stalkers, one of the Stalkers has 18 kills as well. Which one was that? The Stalker has 18 kills. Zealot with 3 kills. Zealot with 21 kills. Oh, this is awesome. All right, so she's got an Observer. He's got an Overseer, and they're both playing Pervert Wars, where they're trying to, whenever they siege up an Overseer or an Observer, they become immobile. Oh, he's going for the Observer. Oh, does he get it? Does he get it? Oh, he gets it. He gets the Observer. She just lost her detection. She just lost her only detection. She can't rebuild it. She's got no gas. So yeah, whenever they siege up like that, they become immobile, but they get an increase to their vision and detection range. Now, Beli's like, hey, you don't actually have detection. Oh, is he gonna neural it? If he neurals the High Templar, he could like maybe storm her other units. I think he realizes there's just nothing she can do here to kill the units. So he's just like, he's just gonna steal the Immortals? What's he gonna use? So he's gonna steal 3 Archons. Oh, she does Psystorm the Infestors. Oh, with her last High Templar, she breaks one of them, but now she's out of energy, and the High Templar's gone. Oh, Nina's attacking her own units with the Archons, trying to do splash damage. So she's trying to do splash damage. Even though she can't see them, Nina is trying to attack her units, but now the Ravagers come down. She is getting her ass kicked right now. Okay, the Neuroparasite runs out, but that Archon does go down. Okay, but now the Neuroparasite breaks. She chases him back up the ramp. And there's only 3 Ravagers left. Oh, Bly, though, does steal another Immortal, and that Immortal starts smashing the Stalkers. Okay, so this Ravager running circles, runs up there and just burrows, realizes, shit, I should have burrowed earlier. She doesn't actually have detection. She's in here. She's like, I can kill your buildings. But every time that happens, look at that, another Neuroparasite, and the Immortal kills the other Immortal. And look at the way he's focus firing the Stalkers and the Immortals, the armored units that take bonus damage. Oh my god, she doesn't have detection. She can't do anything about it, guys. So she's trying to... Okay, she's going to try and take a gas geyser here so she can mine gas. But she's actually got gas over here. She should just go and long distance mine from these ones. She realizes she needs an Observer. She cancels it and sends... Okay, she clicks 5 workers on that gas. She's going to try and get an Observer out. Remember, she was long distance mining while he was not. And he's only got 1 drone. So he can't really rebuild his economy. So he's got to win with 1 Ravager, 6 burrowed Infestors, and an Overseer. While Nina's like, I need to get an answer to this. I have no detection. I have a depowered Robo. Is she going to have to repower the Robo, or is she going to try and get enough gas for an Oracle? She's got 2 Zealots, an Archon, 2 Stalkers. Now she's got shield batteries. Okay, so the funny thing here is even though he smashed her army so hard with Neural, so it feels like he could do that again. But keep in mind, that was because he stole things like Immortals and Archons, which do lots of damage. But now that he's killed most of her Immortals and Archons, there's a certain point where it's like, well, she doesn't have many units left, so you can't do that much damage with Neuroparasite. because as Bly, your damage is her damage. So you kind of need her to have units that you can steal to kill her units. It's like, what the fuck is this? So he's going to come over. He's got 1 Ravager plus Neural Parasite. Remember, Infested Terran doesn't exist anymore. He can't just spam out Infested Terrans. But he's got to shut down her mining because she is trying to get out gas for detection here. I still don't know how she's going to... Oh, she's got 1 robo there. That's powered. She's got 1 powered robo. Okay, so she just needs a few more gas and then she get an observer out. But there's a corruptor with the overseer. So she can... Bly can just kill that observer with the corruptor and then she can never deal with it. So as long as he can... Okay, there we go. Look at that. Steals the Archon and now she just needs to run away. She just needs to try to run away. But look... Bly makes the neural units fight each other. So as long as he can neural 2 units, so he holds them in position and makes them attack each other, it's going to be effective. This Archon comes forward, but the shield battery, that may be a wasted neural. Okay, so he's going to try and focus down the shield batteries one at a time. But her observer starts up now. Okay, stealing a Stalker and an Archon. And is going to try and break... Okay, there we go. So the Archon's going to kill the shield battery. The shield battery cannot heal it while it's under neural. And look at that. It's going to start taking down some of these units. That Archon doing a lot of damage. This is costing a lot of energy, though. Bly's used almost all of it. The Observer comes out. The Observer's here. Oh, no. Bly suddenly surprised by the detection. He's got to run. Those Infestors aren't burrowing. They try to get out. The Corruptor and the Overseer is a little bit too far behind. Oh, she's got to kill them. 1 Zealot and 1 Archon try to kill these units. The Corruptor, the Overseer, they need to kill the Observer. That guy needs to burrow. No, he loses all the Infestors. He kills the detection, but he's lost every single Infestor. If he was sitting above the Robo, maybe he could have killed it and kept most of the Infestors alive, and he could have kept neuraling all day, but he loses the detection. That Observer barely gets out from long distance mining. And what an incredible game. Nina, Bly, you're both absolute gods. Thank you for that amazing display. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Holy crap. Holy crap. Let me... GG, well played.